few months ago, I wrote a blog and did a video on the topic of millennials. That's guys who were born perhaps from the early 80s to the early 2000s. And it's been suggested that that generation has lost the art of communication, partly because technology surrounds us. I also say that we live in the microwave society where everyone wants everything now, and that's, not least we've got web chat, we've got email, we've got Facebook Messenger, we've got WhatsApp and so on. I even heard the other day that someone is conducting an online relationship, and it's not that they live so far apart, they live in different parts of London. Gamers live their lives online. We've got virtual reality, and we've got augmented reality, and we've got robotics on the horizon. All this, to my mind, is pretty scary stuff for future communication and for future generations. So the question I suppose I'm asking in this vlog is, whatever happened to building real relationships? Because I still believe that people still buy people, and not least in business terms, the higher the value of sale, the more important the relationship. Some people clearly are better at building relationships than others, and at the end of the day, people are your brand and they are the first impression of your business. And it's not just the salespeople on the road that I'm talking about. Everyone interacts, from the person on switchboard to the person on reception in your building, to customer service staff, of course, to technical helplines, and especially when it comes to, as is quite the vogue at the moment, offshoring. And I had a really rotten experience a few months ago, just as an illustration. I went to a building I'd never been to before. It had two barriers, and I went to the left and pressed the buzzer when the barrier just didn't lift like I expected to do, as it had done for other people. And then a voice told me to go to the barrier on the right, which was about 3 yards away. And I had to get two other cars to reverse behind me to go to the other barrier. And so when I got there, the guy actually on the reception, as it were, told me that the barrier I'd used was for residents only. And quite abruptly, he said I should have seen the sign when I entered. And he got me to reverse just to tell me off. Great first impression of the business. So I just believe passionately that we all need people training. Whether that's face-to-face or phone, we all need it. And what kind of stuff do we need? Well, you can't necessarily teach energy and motivation and a bit of laughter, because laughter is important. But who wants to spend time with miserable people? Who wants to buy from them? And what about building rapport? How do you do that? What about the psychology of buying and why customers might not be chomping at the bit to buy your no-brainer product or service? I don't know. Listening skills? I'm doing a lot of talking on this vlog, but listening skills are more important than talking. And what about good questioning? What about the power of positive and compelling language rather than bland vanilla type speak? And what about, on the phone at least, getting through gatekeepers? That's really difficult if you're in sales and handling rejection. And there are all kinds of things. Benefits, not features. We all like to spew out stuff that we do and we offer, but what about thinking about the customer first and what they buy rather than what we do? At the end of the day, not everyone should be customer facing, but if they are customer facing, they need training. They need training in people skills. I don't know what your thoughts are about that, but I think that pretty much everyone in the company would benefit from people skills training. There'll be a comments box below, so do engage in the conversation. Thanks very much. That's my blog for today.